So today I want to teach you how to make some decisions around a book idea. Now, it might be that you're thinking of writing a book, this is the year that you're going to write your nonfiction book. However, you're torn. Should you have a membership? Should you have an online course? Should you start a blog? Who knows the answer? Well, I've got a way for you to make some really good decisions, and I want you to trust the process, because this instrument here can act as a pendulum. So pendulums, if you've ever used a pendulum to try and get some answers, it's the same thing. We are all energy. So we're going to do an energy test. And when I say trust the process, trust me, this will work and you will be amazed. I teach this to all my clients and I help them to decide on outlines and book titles and all kinds of things. But we're right at the beginning of the process. And in this process, we're going to learn about what should we do? Where do we start? What is our priority? Now, the important thing about using our body as a pendulum is we need to make sure that we are hydrated. And yes, there is lots of lipstick around the top of my bottle, but the easiest way to get hydrated before we start this is to take a swig and just hold it in your mouth. So if you're not hydrated, that's just going to help with the process. The next thing you need is, and you might need to go and pause the video to go and get some of these things. We need post-it notes and we need a pen. You also need an open mind and an open heart. So we need those two things. If you don't have any post-it notes in the house, all you need is a sheet of paper and tear it into 5 strips. Now, something worth noting with your post-it notes, use the same color, because if you use different colors for different questions, you kind of unconsciously can try and choose them. So what I've done here is I've got 5 post-it notes in front of me, and I haven't tested any of these on me at all, at least not today. However, so the first one says, write a book. Now you might want to write a book about, but to start off with, we're just gonna play with this and see how you get on, and you can explore later to your heart's content. Write a book, and it might be create an online course around your book idea. It might be that you want to have a membership around the book idea. You might want to do the book around a blog, so create a blog around the book idea. And you're probably sitting there thinking, I can't possibly do all of those in one go, but there's method in my madness. And this one says something else. We always write something else on a post-it note. And here's the reason why. We've consciously chosen these, but there might be something else for us that we're not quite sure of. So I always write something else. And I'll tell you a little story. I had my cards read over a 14 month period twice, once at the beginning and once a few months ago. And both times she kept saying to me, there's something else for you, but I can't work out what it is. So I did lots of this energy testing, this muscle testing, and kept writing something else. And then an opportunity came up that had nothing to do with writing books, absolutely nothing. And I wrote it down on a piece of paper and I got a yes. And every time I tested it, I got a yes. So I knew then that my something else was this different opportunity. What we need to do is fold all of these up. So we've written on here, we need to fold them all up. So we have absolutely no idea. So no cheating, no idea what any of them say. Now, what's important is we can only ask questions where we get a yes or no answer, because believe it or not, that's how the energy test works. And our body is not going to give us a huge dialogue about the direction we need to go in and why. We have to work that out ourselves. So once you have written down your 5 things, and one of them is the word something else, you need to shuffle them all up. Now, you do need to stand up to do this. Now, I'm obviously aware that some people can't stand. You might be in a wheelchair. You might be in a restricted place like I am. I'm sat at my desk. You just might not be able to stand up. But I'll talk you through 2 ways of doing this. So the first one is you need to stand with your legs hip distance apart. So you need to stand up straight. You need to make sure you're hydrated, and you need your arms dangling by your side. And you just need to kind of imagine that you're on a center line. So you need to ground yourself and center and connect and just be at one with your body, and just make sure that, there's no, you're not holding tension anywhere, or at least the best that you can. Now you're going to ask your body to show you a yes. Now, typically when you say to your body, show me a yes, your body will go forward. Typically, when you say show me a no, your body will go backwards. It's kind of cool. And it takes a little bit of getting used to. I taught this to my mum. And when I take her shopping, I have to hold on to her because she's a bit doddery. And if she can't find her favorite products, I say we need to do a sway test and make sure. And she holds the things against her body and says, can I use this, yes or no? Or is this the right thing for me? So my mum does it, and she now trusts the process, which is amazing. Every time she asks a question, I go, do a sway test. So we got our 5 things, okay? And if you are able to stand and you tested your yes or no, you are going to make sure they are shuffled. You are going to place these on the floor in front of you, okay, in a random order. And what I do is I put one of my feet on the post-it note and I say, is this for me? And my body will answer yes or no. And I do that for all of them. So let's imagine I now get 3 yeses. All you need to do is go, is this the priority? No. Is this the priority? Yes. Is this the second? Yes. So you now know the priority order that you need to tackle things in. So let's just imagine for a minute, whatever this is, write a book. Well, I am writing a book. I'm always writing books. So let's say it's write a book. Now, what you can then do is write on your various post-it notes, non-fiction, self-help non-fiction, memoir, fiction, and some of it might be about writing a recipe book or a travel book or something like that. So I specialize in helping people write healing books. And you may have gone through a lot of stuff. So it might be, yes, you need to write a self-help book. But what is it about? Is it a health book? So are we looking at teaching people how to heal something? Is it about a specific trauma-based something? Is it a book where you do lots of journaling for people based around the thing you want to heal? There are so many ideas, but you can drill down doing the same thing. Okay, so for you guys who can't stand up, this thing here, this head is quite heavy. So you can shuffle everything up, and then this takes a little bit more concentration. So you can say, show me my yes, show me my no. So my head will really whiz back. So is this a yes for me? Is this a yes for me? Is this a yes for me? Oh, everything's a yes. Is this a yes? Oh, no, that's a no. Is this a yes for me? So I've got 4 yeses. Okay, so my no is an online course around my book idea. So I'm writing a healing book. But this says, obviously, write a book. This one says, blog around the book, already started. This one says, create a membership around the book. Okay. And this one says something else. How very, very dare it. So I've got these three things, and I would fold them back up again, and I'd say which is the priority. Yeah. So now here's some things. Let's say, for example, the blog comes up. You can go through your book idea, you can outline it, and you can blog around your book. And then with that, you can work out the appetite of your audience. And then it might be, you might ask questions like, do I start this straight away? Yes. Do I write the book immediately? No. Do I write? So this is currently the beginning of September. Do I start writing in September? No. October, November, December. Okay, so you start writing in December. So you can see that this is quite an amazing way to go through a process of asking questions and getting really good decisions about your book. So if you are ready to write a book and it's a self-help non-fiction book and it's about some form of your healing, then come to my website, daledarley.com, and have a look at the Healing Book Project. It is a membership. We do two things. We do writing to heal, so exercises that are going to take you through some incredible healing things using writing, breath work, energy tools, and anything else that meditations, anything else that I can conjure up that feels right for the session. And we're also going to learn how to write a book. And my invitation is for you to come and help co-create a safe space. Because of the nature of this, it needs to be safe. So if this kind of floats your boat, resonates with you, you've muscle tested it, and the Healing Book Project is a big yes, then do come and find me and come and join me.